Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I was due in Nashville, Tennessee. And this path was a great start, but you know what, I think that we can do more with it. Let's go ahead and re-enable our HUD real quick. You know, I realized having the path going this way to connect up to the horse track is helpful, and having a path that goes down this way to connect to my little boat, I don't know, cove or whatever you call it here, is pretty nice too. So, 3 ways people can arrive at our house: by air, by horse, by sea, or 4th, by portal. And by portal is kind of where I'm most immediately turning my attention, other than this most immediate need to replace this stone here, because that's just kind of ugly. Let's go ahead and just throw some dirt. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop in here. This portal was one of the first things I built when I kind of established this plot, and it served its purpose well. I want to keep it here because I like being able to teleport into my house and not having to come in through the far end of the cornfield every time. But this is just too much. This digging it into this hill, it worked in the short term, but whoa. Actually, I probably do want to keep some of those blocks. Let's go ahead and we'll just put some of those back. It looks like what I'm going to have to do, or want to do, regardless of how I feel about the dirt here, is I'm going to have to continue to extend these walls down if I want to extend the floor out. I was thinking I would build an additional platform comparable to this one beneath the portal here. So like, for example, I could rip out all this around here. It's so weird not being able to know where the walls of the building are because they don't actually go into the ground. That was kind of some lazy architecting on my part, so for that I apologize. That is 100% my fault. But so kind of what I was thinking, let me collect some of this, is that we would have kind of same materials that we have up there as kind of the floor down here too. Hey, it's Asuma. Welcome back. Fun thing about playing on a server, you get to say hello to people a lot. And then you get to say you're welcome. Because Asuma, of course, is welcome to the server. So let's go ahead. And so I was thinking this platform would kind of match roughly the shape of the hill that had been there. Although we'd have maybe stairs coming down to here, leading up to there. Or maybe this platform should just be its own thing entirely and connect entirely to this wall, like so. And even further over. Ooh, this shovel is nearly gone. I'm gonna need to enchant that real quick. I know I've got at least one other diamond shovel somewhere around here. Dang it. It was then that Joe realized he had no convenient way to get to the shovel. If he had one at all ever. Oh, only 3 levels. And we apparently don't have a good name for that. So let's call that patreon.com/JoeHills. Yeah, there, that sounds like a good one. Boom. Shovel named. And let's go back over here. Now, this kind of whole area, definitely, it works. Let's go ahead and fix that part of the path. But it works kind of because it leads to the portal. Like, we want to get rid of this hill, but we still need a way to have this platform here kind of transition down into here. And I'm thinking a ladder might be actually the most reasonable way. One of the upshots of that is once I finish the rest of this here, I can then come in and have more storage underneath this way, which will be helpful. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we are out of half slabs now. Now I've got some spruce wood planks I can use to make an additional set, like so. If you haven't made slabs before, it's just that simple. And I'm not sure if this remaining 18 though will be broadly sufficient enough to get us all the way through the rest of this. So we might have to run over to the tree farm. I say tree farm. The pile of trees that I've assembled hastily, and recover some of those as well. And we're definitely going to have to run out for more red clay, because this is This is embarrassing, how little red clay we have underneath here. Did not really think that through. I'm gonna be trapped in here, aren't I? Okay, well, there we go. Oh, I guess I could use the stairs for the outer part, kind of like I did up there. That would fix some of this, maybe. And we already have one zombie pigman coming to visit us, it seems. Well, good for him. As I look at this, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. We got our entrance portal here. That, you know, you come out and you're not just standing awkwardly on the grass anymore. We've got a stairwell down here. We're going to have additional storage space here. One thing I'm not sure that I love, though, is I do feel like maybe this should be a little bit better supported. And, of course, this zombie pigman is immediately standing in my way. So, I mean, it's a lot safer to hurt one of them in the overworld here than down there, but you know what? Still, I don't like to test my luck. So, there we go. That kind of makes that feel like it's a little bit more nested, perhaps, than it would be otherwise. Well supported, perhaps, might also be a good word. Another thing I wanted to do here is I wanted to wipe out the floor and make it all entirely stone. Now, I know that that's not the most, like, modern Minecraft way to do things, but smooth stone back in the day used to be a real luxury, and having a smooth stone floor, you know, I think looks pretty fancy. I don't know what I want to do with this undercellar here. I'm guessing I should just wall it up. Also, I'm kind of thinking maybe I should store some of this excess material I've got real quick so I can be picking stuff up. I mean, there's no reason to be leaving stuff lying around on the ground when I'm in a room full of, you know, boxes and chests and whatnot. It's not like I'm just at the bottom of a mine and need to have all that left there. Okay. So then when we clean up the gravel here too, I think that's going to look a lot better. Whoa, of course we've got, there it is. We've got phantom gravel. Well, that looks a lot fancier, doesn't it? Oh, now that I'm looking out here though, these pieces that don't have grass on them maybe should, like, or I should have the, let's go ahead actually and put grass here and here. And let's go ahead and add some of this red stone, or whatever that is, down there. Because that's going to look weird. Oh, I had also intended, although I seem to have forgotten to have done it, to put a ladder here. There we go. Now our ladder reaches to the sky, just like our dreams. Now, did I actually create a... Yeah, there it is. I do have a box for that. 2, 3. There we go. That already looks a lot nicer. Cool. So the barn looks better on the outside with the addition of this trail and these blocks here to kind of clean it up. Looks better on the inside because I've got more room to store stuff down here. I'm not sure what I'm going to store down here. I might even make this kind of a switchback stairwell where this goes down to a lower layer to get the ceiling higher. I'm not sure, but this is a lot more barny than just having a hill in the inside of a room. Yeah, this is coming together. Might want to do something with this portal here just to kind of light it up a little. Maybe having some sort of end rods sticking out of the sides there. That might look too weird. I don't know. I kind of like it, but I think maybe not today. What if I kind of came up here higher up and then put like having just the one? Oh, now it looks kind of like a juice box. Yeah, let's do more like that. Let's just put a straw coming out the side. Because one of the big principles of good design is that I'm not going to introduce principles of good design here. This is not the appropriate forum. Yeah, now it looks like a little radio or an old-timey cell phone, which is bizarrely comforting. I don't know. I like it. Well, thank you guys for joining me for this very kind of simple barn adaptation. But you know what? It seems like the more that I do, the more work I do around the farm, the more ways I look at different approaches to the farm, the more important it is for there to be a consistently high level of quality. So coming in and polishing up stuff like that is kind of important, and I'm glad to do it. So, anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.